She wanna be my one and only. She cannot be my one and only. Enough gal when we touch road. Enough gal when we touch road, yeah. She wanna be my one and only. She cannot be my one and only. Enough gal when we touch road. Enough gal when we touch road.
Okay, let me just set this down somewhere. Hello, Jewels, it's your number one Ghana girl, JuujuGH, bringing you awesomeness straight from Ghana. Oh yeah, take it. Before I continue with the video, please subscribe and check the notification bell so that you get a notification whenever I post that positive content. You know what I mean? I ain't no doctor. Look at me as someone who has been there and done that and doesn't wish what she has been through on anybody out there. These 5 tips are tips that have helped me get through my anxiety when they happen, and I hope that it helps you too. Let's get right to it. First of all, according to my research and the things that I've read, anxiety is your body's automatic or natural response to stress. It's this feeling of fear of what is about to come. A situation like giving a speech or a job interview, your wedding day, talking to your crush, situations like that can bring about anxiety, okay? Now that you have that out of the way, my first tip, learn to be there for yourself. Now, I ain't talking about self-love. That will come later. Imagine yourself as a parent, the one that was there for you. A loving parent will do anything to help their child feel better whenever they are not feeling better. Now, you're that parent. Doing that for yourself is way easier because you know yourself. These people, what are they doing at the back there? Take a deep breath and tell yourself that this feeling you're having is just temporary and it will go away. It's not going to be there forever. Now to tell you the truth, sometimes this doesn't work for me. So I end up crying till I'm out of tears and possibly breaths. But even when I am curled up in a ball on the floor, I hug myself and I tell myself, we are going to be fine regardless. Even if it's not working, I do it anyway. My number 2 tip on dealing with your anxiety is to practice mindfulness. Now, mindfulness is simply paying attention to the present. Now, when your anxiety is going off in your head about this or that or that or that or that, try and sit still and listen to the world around you. The birds chirping, neighbors pounding fufu, cars driving by, a plane in the air, my humidifier going off, some guy doing some construction in the back there. There are so many things around us we can be listening to. This construction guy. Now, while you are practicing mindfulness, be aware that your mind might trail off. Make you no ball. Just bring your mind back, bring it back, and just keep on listening. Just listen to the world around you. Anything but the voices in your head telling you all the negative things. Listen. I don't even know the words to that song. Tip number 3 on dealing with your anxiety is to practice self-love. As I mentioned earlier, being there for yourself is just a fraction of self-love. Brushing your teeth is self-love. Combing your hair is self-love. Taking a bath and dressing up is self-love. Respecting yourself enough to walk away from certain people and situations is self-love. Do you know that even the food you choose to put in your body is self-love? Self-love, yakasa. Like, do you really know what it is? If you made it this far though, please subscribe. Thank you. Moving on. Tip number 4, identify your triggers. Identify your mother effing triggers. Oh my eye. So that when an anxiety attack happens or is about to happen, you know what started it, or you have a fair idea of what started it, and then possibly avoid it at all costs. One of my triggers, for example, is social media. So let's say social media is your trick. Oh God, what is this guy doing at the back there? Hey. So let's say, for example, your trigger 2 is social media. Maybe one particular account you follow, anytime they post content, it gets you off, it sets something off in your brain and it upsets you. You can either mute the person or, hey, unfollow the person. I used to get triggered when people unfollowed me, but per this logic, I sort of understand. If you are unfollowing me to protect your own mental health, I am not going to stand in your way. Maybe these people are doing it to prevent them from feeling some type of way when they see my content. And for real, some people are just douchebags who unfollow you when you follow them. That's messed up. Just stay on topic. Tip number 5, talk to someone. Now, it is not everyone who is courageous enough to reach out to a friend or a loved one about their mental issues when they're having mental issues. If you're able to do that, here is why it's good that you do that. And if you are part of the demographic who is not able to do that, here is why you should. You should reach out to a trusted friend and tell them, hey, you're not okay. Friends cannot fix your problem, but they sure can take your mind off whatever you're going through. They can take you out of your head when you're having severe anxiety attacks. Trust me, I know this for a fact. The last place you want to be is inside your head when you're having an anxiety attack. Listen, it happened with a friend of mine. I just texted her and I said, I'm not okay. She didn't even ask me much. She stopped whatever she was going to do after work and she showed up at my door. Just like, I didn't even ask her to. Just like that. Best 3 hours of my life. Bitch, you know yourself. Thank you for that day. You saved my life. And on that note, sometimes too, you don't feel comfortable talking to someone you know or someone you trust. Hey, my DMs are always open. This comment section is open, for God's sake. If you want to talk to someone, I am here for you. I keep saying this. If you need to talk to someone, if you need to vent, because sometimes talking to new people also expands your perspective. It takes you out of your headspace and what you're familiar with, stuff like that. So I'm here for you. If you need a stranger on the internet to talk to, I'm here for you. And just know that whatever you're going through, it is temporary. Temporary. If you need a friend, I'm here for you. I hope these tips were helpful. And if you can afford therapy, I strongly recommend therapy if you think you need it. I can't afford therapy, so I learned the hard way. If you want to help me afford therapy sometime, subscribe, like the video, and share to anyone with anxiety and someone with mental health issues that you would think would benefit from this video. And let me know if you enjoy content like this about mental health and self-care. Go forth and be awesome. Juju, I'm out.